What is up, guys? Razor here. And this is the 100% item completion for Final Fantasy II Dawn of Souls. I recently did this as well for Final Fantasy I Origins. So let's go ahead and open up my items here. I unequipped every single armor for my characters. So every item is in this list. We're going to start with restorative items. There's 12 of them in the game. Potion, Antidote, Cross, Gold Needle, Maiden's Kiss, Mallet, Phoenix Down, Eye Drops, Elixir, Ether, Cottage, and High Potion. There's only 6 restorative items in Final Fantasy I. I believe in one there was Potion, Antidote, Eye Drop, Tent, Cottage, and there was one other one. Oh yeah, Gold Needle. Now to move on to combat items. There was no combat items in Final Fantasy I. But in this game there's 19 of them. Wind Flute, Gaia Drum, Unicorn Horn, Garlic, Antarctic Wind, Sage's Wisdom, Hermes Shoes, Saint Spirit, Spider Silk, Belb Silence, Death Idol, Hourglass, Bosch's Wand, Acid File, Conch Shell, Sleep Grass, Trail Fang, and Mithril Mirror, and Hellfire. Okay, I also got every tome in this game as well. There's 40 tomes. And I'll go up from the top here. 40 tomes in this game. In Final Fantasy I there was 32 spells in Final Fantasy I. Alright, so we start with Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Scourge, Drain, Flare, Osmose, Sleep, Stun, Confuse, Stop, Blind, Curse, Break, Toad, Deaf, Warp, Haste, Berserk, Aura, Cure, Bazuna, Life, Azuna, Barrier, Protect, Blink, Shell, Wall, Mini, Dispel, Silence, Sap, Slow, Fog, Swap, Fear, Teleport, Holy, and the ultimate spell, Ultima, which is in a lot of Final Fantasy games. It was not in Final Fantasy I though, but I think it's in, I don't know if it's in every Final Fantasy after 1, but I'm not, it's in a lot of them, I know that. Alright, now we're going to move on to weapons. So, there's 53 weapons in Final Fantasy II. And in Final Fantasy I there was 40. Or in Final Fantasy I there was 40. I think I said 2. But in Final Fantasy I there was 40. Starting with knives. There are 7 knives in the game. There was only 4 knives in the original game. Anyway, we got Knife, Mithril Knife, Orichalcum, Cat Claws, Ripper, Mangouche. I never knew how to pronounce this. This is in a lot of Final Fantasy games. And I don't know the correct pronunciation of this word. Mangouche? I'm not sure. I never knew how to pronounce it. And then Dagger. I don't know how to pronounce that. I guess it's Gaucher, but I'm not sure. Okay, on the stabs. There's 9 stabs in the game. 9 stabs, whatever. Starting with Staff, Mace, Werebuster, Mithril Mace, Mage's Staff, Power Staff, Healing Staff, Wizard Staff, and Diamond Mace. There's also one more staff that I'll be showing later in this video. But you only get that in the Sober Birth I will be showing every Sober Birth item in this game as well. Because Sober Birth gives you I think 3 new weapons. And I think other stuff too, but I could be wrong. I know you get 3 weapons. But there might be other stuff too, I'm not sure. Anyway, in Final Fantasy 1 there was 8 stabs. Or staves. 8 staves in the original Final Fantasy 1. But some of them were like hammers and stuff. And hammers and staves were basically the same thing in the original game. Now on to spears. There's 9 spears in the game. There was none in the original game. Spears were not in the first game. Javelin, Mithril Spear, Spear, Trident, Demon Spear, Ice Lance, Flame Lance, Thunder Lance, and Holy Lance. And then in the Sober Birth, you unlock one more spear. And I'll show that off when I get to the Sober Birth items. Okay, now on to swords. Now this is a bit of a shocker here. There was actually 21 swords in the original Final Fantasy 1. 21. There's only 14 swords in this game. So yeah, a lot of swords in the original Final Fantasy 1. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through these. Broadsword, Longsword, Ancient Sword, Mithril Sword, Sleep Blade, Wing Sword, Gaia Blade, Blood Sword, Flame Sword, Ice Brand, Sunblade, Defender, Excalibur, and the Ultimate Sword, the Masamune. And you'll be seeing these swords throughout the other Final Fantasy games. These two right here, Masamune and Excalibur. Now we're on to axes. There was 4 axes in the original Final Fantasy 1. And there's 7 axes in this game. Starting with Axe, Battle Axe, Demon Axe, Mithril Axe, Ogre Killer, Poison Axe, and Rune Axe. Okay, moving on to bows. There was no bows in the original Final Fantasy 1. So, in this game there's 7 bows. Bow, Mithril Bow, Long Bow, Dark Bow, Flame Bow, Yuichi Bow, and Ice Bow. Okay, now on the shields and armor. Okay, now moving on to armor. There was 40 pieces of armor in Final Fantasy 1. There is 49 armor pieces in Final Fantasy 2. And we're going to be starting with shields here. 9 shields in the original game, Final Fantasy 1. And 9 shields in this game as well. Buckler, Bronze Shield, Golden Shield, Mithril Shield, Ice Shield, Flame Shield, Dragon Shield, Diamond Shield, and Aegis Shield. Now on to helms. There was 7 helms in the original Final Fantasy 1, and there's 10 in this game. Leather Cap, Mithril Helm, Bronze Helm, Giant's Helm, Flame Helm, Genji Helm, Diamond Helm, Twist Headband, Gold Hairpin, and Ribbon. Now moving on to body armor. There was 16 body armors in Final Fantasy 1, and there's 20 in this game. Clothes, Bronze Armor, Leather Armor, Mithril Armor, Golden Armor, Flame Armor, Knight's Armor, Ice Armor, Diamond Armor, Genji Armor, Dragon Armor, Copper Cuirass, Silver Cuirass, Gold Cuirass, Ruby Cuirass, Diamond Cuirass, White Robe, Power Vest, Black Robe, Black Garb, and that's it for armor. Okay, now moving on to gloves. There's 10 gloves in this game, and there was 8 in the original Final Fantasy 1. Leather gloves, Mithril gloves, Bronze gloves, Thief's gloves, Giant's gloves, Diamond gloves, Ice gloves, Genji gloves, protect ring, and power armlet. Now, I'm not going to bother to go over the key items, but there's the key items. I'm not really worried about those. There you go. That's the 100% item completion for the original game, for the main game of Final Fantasy II Dawn of Souls. I still have to show the Soul Rebirth items though, and I'll be doing that in just 1 second for you guys. But for me, I actually have to go do Soul Rebirth. I'm actually at the final boss, but I gotta beat the final boss, then do Soul Rebirth. I gotta get every item in Soul Rebirth, and then this video will be completed. So I'll be right back whenever I have every Soul Rebirth item. Alright, so I'm here in Soul Rebirth, and there's 4 new items in Soul Rebirth. There's the Wyvern Lance for Ricard. There's the Bracers for Joseph. There's the Wild Rose for Scott. And the Stardust Rod for Minwoo. That's the 4 exclusive items in the Soul Rebirth. And that is every item in Final Fantasy II Dawn of Souls. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next all item video. It'll probably be for Final Fantasy III, I guess. And later.